Prepare for countdown. Wait a minute, I think that's Flight 2000. And what do we got? Oh, yes. Oh, isn't that just music to your eyes? I'm Mike Dimas, and this is Pinball Shenanigans. Hey, what's going on today, boys and girls? I'm just heading over to my storage unit because it's time for a new project. With $6 million man all complete and almost everything in the games room 100% functional, I need to grab a new project to give me something fun to do. And I've got a few choices, but right now, with the state of my games room being like full to the brim, I have to pick a short machine. No WPC, no Data East. It's got to be kind of like solid state, you know. No tall machine. I got space for a short machine in the center of the aisle, so it's not going to be, you know, ideal. But that's where the $6 million man project started, so it's fine. It's very usable space. So that narrows it down to a certain number of options. And I've been toying with it. I was thinking Xenon. I ended up deciding on Countdown. I've had this in storage for over a year, I'd say. I just got to pay attention to my turn here. Where am I going? What street is this? Okay. So, Countdown, Gottlieb, System 1. Oh, yes, I'm going back to Gottlieb. It's been a little bit. But this, one of the reasons that I figured that this won't be like a major project, because it does have I believe it's one of the Pascal flip boards all in one. So I don't have to deal with old CPU, old power supply, old driver, which is really nice. So I think the machine is going to be mostly functional. When I picked it up, if I recall, it was set up amongst other machines and in the collection and purportedly working. I never tested it, so I figure it's a short machine. It's known to be, you know, one of Gottlieb's best System 1 games. It gets a lot of love. I recall it's not in the best of condition, but I figure it shouldn't be a major project to get through. So I am and excited. I don't know that I've ever even played Countdown, so I want to see what all the hype's all about. So that's kind of how I landed on that decision. So off to storage to pick it up, and then I'm gonna have to do some shuffling because $6 million man's in the way, and it's gonna have to get moved. Anyway, that's what's going on today. I'll have to report back once I get it into the basement. That'll be later on today. Apparently there's some rain coming, so I gotta beat that. And yeah, so Gottlieb System 1 Countdown, probably something like 1979. Game I'm not very familiar with at all, so I'm excited. We'll see you guys in a bit. There it is, Countdown, loaded up and ready to go. Okay, so I was gonna actually take a little bit of footage while I was at the storage unit, but I got sidetracked and distracted because I noticed some white fuzzies coming out of the floor. So there's a bunch of cracks in the floor, just small little ones, but I guess, you know, some moisture or water. I don't know if it's coming up from underneath or what, but I think water's getting in the cracks, and then maybe the humidity of the unit, the temperature changes have been crazy, growing a little bit of white fuzzies. I actually have some photos I can attach right about now, probably. And so it totally threw me off, because the whole reason I moved to this new storage facility is because the old one had a leaky roof and water poured all over. Well, there was a bunch of machines in there. I managed to find the most expensive one, the Adams family, and semi-destroyed it. But that's okay, because Kevin turned that into a masterpiece in the end. So that, yeah, threw me off. I was checking it out, looking up photos. Doesn't look like it made it on any of the machines, just kind of isolated to the floor. So I went into the office and let them know about it. And they are building a brand new storage facility, and they're almost complete. And there's going to be temperature controlled units. And I don't know if you can see this, but check this out. The ones with the X's are now on hold. I have got on hold the two largest temperature controlled units, and they're drive up units. There's like a 10-inch step or something, so I'll need a little ramp. But hopefully these suit my need. When they're ready, they're gonna give me a call and I'll head over there and check it out, this new facility. Brand new facility, temperature controlled. It's gonna be a little more money, but it's something I've wanted. I wanna, you know, I don't wanna store these things badly, but that's all I had access to for the moment. But hopefully in a month, I'll be able to move into temperature controlled finally. And then the next step would be to move into a large facility where I can set up everything. And, you know, this is kind of fantasy land, but who knows, maybe it'll happen. Have my own personal arcade that has like 50, 60 machines, and I could run tournaments and league out of that facility like that. Kind of like, I think I mentioned this before, kind of like a District 82, but like half of that. So it'd be District 41, you know, that kind of thing. So maybe 41 machines. That would be funny. Anyway, moving in the right direction. So that is pretty good news, and I'm very excited about that. Can combine, you know, my two units over there into two different locations into the same location, so that will also be handy. Anyway, I gotta go pick up some, well, what Jamie called little soft white farmer buns from the market for our stew. So I gotta do that, and then I'll bust out this countdown. We'll have a close look and see what it's all about. See you back at home. Prepare for countdown. Wait a minute, I think that's flight 2000. But anyway, I'm back home. I've got countdown down in the basement with the help of Jamie. Thank you very much, honey. She and I got it down, and now it's time to actually take a close look for the first time, really. I mean, I've glanced at it here and there and oohed and awed at it, but never really scrutinized it. Now is the time to do so. So, as you can see, we got a reproduction manual that came in the goodie bag. Original, not original, but the hardware, although it's got these, you know, hardware store style leg bolts, so I'll probably ditch those. I don't know, there's nothing really wrong with them. They're new. Maybe I'll just use them. Maybe I will. Okay, then we got two head bolts, one washer, so I'll have to dig into my head bolt stash to maybe get a third head bolt and a second and third washer. And the legs I got over here. I checked all the leg levelers, and as bad as they look, surprisingly they all turn. I'm not sure about this one actually. So it should be easy enough to replace the levelers on those, and all this crudiness should clean up pretty nicely with some steel wool. So take a look at the before. Pretty cruddy. I think they'll turn out pretty nice. So now, for the first time, let's take a look. at the Playfield with the glass off. Okay, so I did have the keys, at least for the coin door. Well, I'm sure I have the key for the head as well, but I haven't tested it in a while. But I do recall opening it up at one point. So, coin door has a little bit of dentation. I'm going to zoom out a little bit here. Somebody was banging into it with something. It's not that bad though. Coin inserts are very nice. Look at that. Free play. Oh, interesting. Could use a new decal in theory. No money in there. It says machine number 3403. Wizards, so must have been in an arcade. This was in Ontario when I got it. And there was Wizards 1 and 2 arcades back in the old days, but yeah, so who knows? Could have came from the States at one point. Okay, so I see there's a bit of a glare from my overhead light. That's okay. So apron cards, not too shabby. Flipper bats, a little bit chewy. And then here's the Playfield I was talking about. Actually, yeah, inserts are a little bit sunken. I thought the wear was greater than this. Let's see if I can go like this way. No, that's not going to help. All in all, actually, I thought the wear was worse. I felt like I remembered that it was most of that area, but it's not, so that's good. Rubbers are relatively new, so someone did something at some point. Looks like original drop targets there. Got the two upper flippers. Symmetrical layout. Original pop bumper cap. No clips broken. Lane guides on both sides seem to be good. Looks like all the green drop targets are there. And we are missing just one yellow original, which I may have. Okay, we got rebound rubber. Looks fine. Always turn your rebound rubber to get some fresh rubber. Looks like it's been done a couple times. Our gate here looks to be fine. But like I said, I think this was being played not too long prior to me getting this machine. How about the side art here? Yeah, not too bad. Actually, this is better than $6 Million Man so far. Let's check the other side. Oh, there's a nice gouge of paint all along here that someone tried to touch up all the way here. Someone was fighting their way through a doorway or something. Look, all the way back here. And some more there. They're like trying to wedge this cabinet. What is this going on here? I remember seeing this, but I can't remember what this is. This looks like it could be kind of like the original wrap that would come on these rails. It didn't really get pulled off properly. And that's the remnants of it. Weird. I feel like that should come off. I thought at first it was rust, but kind of just more like a kind of cardboardy type composition. Okay, so that's Playfield condition, but what about Countdown? What are we doing exactly in terms of gameplay, like color matching? Okay, so if you hit down the green targets, you probably get 2x, yellow 3x. I wonder if you have to do it in order. Actually, I bet if you knock down all the blue targets, red targets, and yellow targets, you will get no credit. But as soon as you hit the green, boom, you get it all. Unless you go in order, of course. So we got red-headed girl, rocket ship here, hair everywhere. We got the smoke, red and yellow smoke from the rocket taking off. Starts here. Okay, so the rocket actually goes all the way from here to right, points to the saucer. It's kind of fun. And then this cool art here looks fun. I don't know what that is, but I do like red and yellow. Huh. Have you noticed the Pinball Shenanigans logo? Right? Mark Valuk. So I do dig that. And then, okay, so I guess we should go inside next. Give me 1 second. Okay, this is the first time ever looking inside here. So, upon first glance, I don't see anything too exciting like original paperwork or stacks of money. No hidden drugs or diamonds. Okay. So, it looks actually fairly clean overall. We got a little soundboard here. Probably has like 3 sounds on it. Speaker, original tilt pop. Hey, look. Extra head key. In case the head key that I have doesn't work. The bottom board. Okay, so I will want to be checking on all these fuses for sure, making sure that they're all correct values. And then, yeah, nothing too exciting going on back there. Connectors that are labeled. What about the underside of the playfield? Let's see, what do we see? Upper flippers, drop target, banks. Targets are a little dirty. Could almost benefit from an entire new drop target set. That would kind of freshen it up. And then a flipper rebuild. And then what? You got 2 slingshots and a saucer, and then you're out hole kicker. Hey, look at this. Missing a little bit of paper on our solenoid there. It's probably fine though. So, you know, 4 drop target banks, couple flippers, couple relays, couple transistors there for maybe the pop bumpers. Oh no, wait, there's only 1 pop bumper, right? It's got a diode on there. Interesting. Gottlieb pop bumpers always seem to have issues, especially the System 80 ones, and this is close enough being a System 1. It's got these flipper bats that have the thing that go through. It's actually recommended to like pretty much get rid of those because they just cause more trouble than they're worth. But in terms of inside the cabinet, no surprises, so that's good. I think I'm happy with that. Look at this. Almost looks like a new spring, new shooter tip. Maybe that's the serial number there, 10366. Remember that number. Maybe we'll find it on the head somewhere. Or is it etched into the cabinet like Bally? Oh, wait, what did I say? 10366. 10366. There you go. Oh yeah, Sean Russell, he reminded me that the serial number is on the top of the head. I think that was you that told me that not that long ago. Okay, so here is the art on the head. We got more rocket ship action. And then we'll get to the back glass, because that's like the best part of the whole art package, I'm guessing. Not too shabby, not too shabby. A little bit of stuff happening there. Oh, so there's a red Robertson screw here because this head latch hingey thing might not have been doing its job, so someone thought they'd beef it up with a screw and then thereby splitting and spreading the wood. So one could jam in some wood glue in there, remove that screw, and that should close back up, and then maybe pre-drill it next time so that it doesn't happen again. All right, let's see what the back glass is all about here. Countdown. Okay, so got an astronaut. I wonder who that is. Probably designed, probably like one of the designers or something. And then we got our red-headed astronaut girl peering outside of the spaceship that Buddy is inside of. He's got all the control panels. Yeah, she's kind of just floating out the window there. Huh. Interesting. And she's got like bubbles formulating around her. How cute. Okay, so there's his hands there, just kind of taking control of all the controls. Pretty cool, pretty cool. So, you know, it's got lots of bright colors and it's kind of fun. The big dude, astronaut dude, is not the most exciting art, but I'd say the rest is pretty cool. Yeah, so, oh, yeah, before I wrap this up, I mean, I'm not just going to wrap it up just yet, but A, sweet, that key worked, and B, let's see what we got for boards, because I am pretty sure, like I said, I should have a Pascal all-in-one board in here, I think. Here, let's take a look at the back glass from behind. It's got your typical cracking. So mostly just around her, a little bit of these letters in this window here. Can you see that? And around there. See this circle? There's a bit of a circle here. That's from these guys rubbing. Gottlieb didn't leave a whole lot of room. There's a little bit of cracking through this glass too. You see that? But all the displays are there, so that's good. Hopefully they all work. And what do we got? Oh, yes. Oh, isn't that just music to your eyes? It's just no 40-year-old boards to deal with. Even older, actually, at this point. Yeah, I love these. It's Pascal and Flip. They're basically the same company, same dude. I just never know what should I call it, a Pascal board or a Flip board, or is it the guy named Pascal? He makes the boards and he calls them Flip boards. I'm trying to look for some identifying marks here. Where is it? Do you see anything? Oh, there it is. That is. Oh, and it's also Janin. So yeah, Pascal Janin is his name. And it's 2010 board, so even though it's a significant bonus and upgrade, it is still 12 years old at this point. But P1-1X4, I believe the 4 means that it gets rid of 4 boards. Is that true? We had the original power supply would have been there. Would add a CPU, driver board, and maybe it does sound as well, but that makes, oh, and you get rid of 2 of the wire harnesses that can be trouble too by having this, so that's less points of failure that could happen, so that's a bonus for sure. Okay, so I think investigation of the machine is complete. Zoom back out here. Whoa. I'll just set that like that. Okay. So basically, I'm going to probably save setup and testing for probably tomorrow. And yeah, pretty much wrap this guy up. So, countdown. Okay, actually we'll do one last thing. And then we'll wrap it up. Let's just take a look. Here, give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Okay, the last thing I wanted to do was just kind of take a little quick peek at Internet Pinball Database here and see what Countdown is all about. So it is 1979. I think I guessed that correctly. But, you know, all these solid state games are pretty much 77 to 79, so 33% chance of getting that right. System won 9,900 units. Like, that is pretty impressive, considering like $6 Million Man didn't sell a whole lot more than that, and that is a licensed game, and it was 1 year earlier, so that's interesting. Designed by Ed Krinsky. Okay, I actually was reading something today, and I'm pretty sure it was regarding Ed Krinsky. On a lot of those old Bally games, if you're shopping it up, like say Bally Star Trek or Xenon or something, and you're removing all the red posts or all of whatever posts, even like, you know, Bally Wizard, if you're removing the white posts, and you see one individual solid colored red post, it is actually Ed Krinsky putting that post in random spots on playfields that he designed, because just it was like an Easter egg. It's like, you don't get credit, you don't get your name on the playfield like you do in modern times. So Ed Krinsky took upon himself to take one odd post, solid red, and put it in the games that he designed. And I always thought, like everybody else in the world, that it was just an incorrect post that someone, you know, replaced it because the post got loose or something and the hole got stripped. But it is actually a thing. It's like a designer Easter egg of old school times. So next time you see a solid red post, you don't necessarily need to replace it with a matching post, because it is Ed Krinsky's special touch. So if I can, find that link, I was just reading on that today actually, then I will post that because it's pretty interesting. Anyway, what else do we got? Gordon Morrison. Okay, he did the art for a lot of Gottlieb games, including Strange Science, and I think it was here. Let's just click on here. Gordon Morrison. Hopefully this doesn't get all weird on us. HIJKLMNOPQR. Strange. Did I say Strange Science? I meant Strange World, sorry. Strange Science is Bally. I was thinking Gottlieb, but as you can see here, he did the art for a million games, like every friggin' Gottlieb game, it seems like. So that's pretty cool. Gordon Morrison, Ed Krinsky combo. The 2-player EM version of this game is called Spacewalk, and that came out in '79. Interesting. Actually, I did not know that at all. Did you guys know that? Spacewalk? Oh, I like Countdown Backlash much better. Well, the girl is definitely more of a looker in Countdown than here. She looks, the art here is not as epic. Let's see this guy. That's not too bad. It's not too bad. Kind of like the more cartoony look than the more realistic look-ish that I have on Countdown. I guess maybe mine is kind of realistic as well, but I mean cartoony as well. Okay, so where am I here? So what is there anything else we can learn about this before we wrap this up? Pictured in this listing are sample playfields having serial numbers, blah blah blah, each having a black stripe in the shooter lane that extends onto the playfield along the upper arch. On these playfields are no areas of unpainted wood. Okay, that's interesting. Bottom of the playfield has an inspector stamp. We don't know how many playfields were made this way, but likely were for some or all of the sample games. Alright, well, let's just check out the flyer first. Here we go. 4-player solid state. Super space spectacular. 4 sets of drop targets. Light, color match, bonus multipliers. Yeah, okay. Well, and the other page of the flyer on the back. There it is. Okay, well, I'm looking forward to getting this guy up and running and playing it and learning it. And like I said, it's got lots of hype. It's known as one of the best Gottlieb System 1 games. So we're going to judge that for ourselves and get this going and play it and enjoy it and go from there. So new project begins. And that wraps up this video. We'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.